The following may contain strong opinionated views. The views and opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the views or the opinions of any social media or broadcast platform.
Hi, welcome to the Coffee Hour, a show that involves you in verbal interaction. Sports with Brian Camp. So settle in with coffee in hand and enjoy the Coffee Hour. Now here's your host, Frank Allan.
Well, here we are, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, and thank God you guys are here with me because I was looking for you. I was standing here all night long waiting for you. Well, not all night long, but I was waiting for you. I'm glad that you're here. Welcome, everyone, and it is Friday, and we want to welcome you to another edition of the Coffee Hour. We're here every Friday at this time. We get together each week, and we sit around and we'll have conversation, have a little coffee, donuts, and whatever your little heart's desire. We're going to enjoy it all together. Now, of course, we indulge all of you in conversation. We would like to, first of all, thank all of the people who've been with us all of these years for putting up with us, you faithful viewers. Thank you so much. And right now, I want to take a little time to talk to people who are possibly new and maybe here for the very first time in the show so we can make sense of it. As the host of the show, I get things rolling as I am in prep mode. So we prep the show to get it going. And anytime at all, you can start chiming in. Because if you have a keyboard, which I hope you do, on your computer, which is laptop or desktop, maybe your tablets or any other devices, your cell phone, right, has a keyboard on that. You can take the time right now and type in whatever you want to talk about, and I'll see you right there on the big screen. Of course, I am going to entertain all of your thoughts and ideas. That's basically what the show is all about. Free exchange of ideas and of opinions. And I'm pretty sure all of you have great opinions, and we would like to hear about it. If you'd like to hear about it right here on this platform, on the Coffee Hour. And we've got so many things to talk about today, and you could be part of the show, as I said. And you don't have to wait right now. As I speak, you can type in whatever you want to talk about. And by the way, if you have anything in particular, any topic at all, in particular that you want to elaborate on, that you feel that's important, or that you want to get off your chest, feel free. If it's important to you, it's important to us. We talk about everything under the sun, whatever you want to talk about. I mean, I may throw out the conversation, get things rolling, but that doesn't mean we're going to linger on that topic forever. That's why we want you involved in the show as well. So if there's anything that you want to talk about, we talk about sports, we talk about politics, we talk about your pets, we talk about your boyfriend, your girl, anything that you want to talk about. We would like to entertain you with all of that. So get your typing skills together, get your fingers and let them walk across the keyboards, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from each and every one of you out there. Yes, it is Friday, and we got to do a lot of things today. Now, in conjunction with talking to you, we also have our regular routine that we do on the show because we want to keep the show rolling as much as possible as well. We know that, and of course you know that too, especially if you're new to this show, or maybe you're an old timer to the show. We have sports coming up, and Brian Camp is usually our sports guy. He comes up with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. Now, Brian is on hiatus. He's going to be out for a while, but he'll be back. He'll be back. But each week he sends us sports information that we can relay to you. And we're happy that he can do that for us because he does that every time he takes off. And being on this hiatus, he's going to just keep bringing in the information for us, and we are going to recite them for you. So that's coming up later on in the program. As a matter of fact, within this half hour of this entire hour, we'll have sports for you. So we'll do that for him. Also, later on in the program, before the show is over, we are going to give you those movies. Now, we have movies. You know about those movies? Now, each week, I go to Turner Classic Movies, At On Turner Classic Movies, I try to pick the very best movies that I can find that may interest you, that I think that you would enjoy. Now, maybe you're not into classic movies, and maybe you are into classic movies. And if you happen to be into classic movies like I am, then you'll enjoy what I'll have for you. And that's usually around the tail end of the program, we'll have that for you. So all of that is coming up, and it's you and I against the world. And we do that completely. So we want to thank you so much for being around with us. We talked about Brian Kemp delivering sports. Uh, not not only is he on hiatus, but he just celebrated a birthday just a couple of days ago. So we want to wish Brian a happy birthday, and he's knocking two birds with one stone. Not only is he celebrating his birthday, but he was celebrating his wedding anniversary. And so he had his birthday and his wedding anniversary on the same day. So we want to wish Brian and Katina Camp the very best and happy anniversary to both of you. And Brian, happy birthday to you. And we're going to do our best to get sports over for you. Okay. So there you have it. And again, we're so glad to have you aboard with us. Stay with us. Hey, by the way, tell your family and friends about the show. Get them involved in the show too. I already told you, that you can chime in and talk to us anytime you want. But what I also want you to know is that you can tag your friends, get them involved in it. Let's say, for instance, you're on the platform now. We're on 3 different platforms. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We're live. And one of those platforms, whatever platform that you are on, please cut and paste that platform. What is the platform? The platform is no more than the link of the platform that you're on right now. It's a link. You cut and paste that link, send it to all of your friends. If not all, send it to as many as possible. They'll see that's coming from you. And of course, they'll click onto that link. That's all they have to do. And it brings them right here to us. Just as simple as that. So get them involved while we're still prepping along. Get them involved, get as many people as possible. We would love to hear from you guys. And if they like what they see, if they like what they hear, of course, they'll come back just like you again and again and make them full-fledged members. We want to say hello to Mary Reed. Mary, good morning to you. Mary is coming out of Brooklyn, New York. That's where she is right now. And she finally found the channel. Did she say you finally found the channel? Of course. Now, she found the channel because remember when I was telling you guys, we used to, our go-to channel was Facebook. Technical difficulties for whatever reason, and I still have to try to nail it down because I know a lot of us want to go back on Facebook, because they don't want to make the move to come over to us where we are. And it's simple. All you have to do, because I post on Facebook, for you guys who watch us on Facebook religiously, I always post on Facebook the promo the link is attached to it. So all you have to do, if you see that promo out there, you'll see it out there. All you have to do is click onto the link. It's a promo. It's a picture of, it says the coffee hour. And if you're on Facebook right now, you'll see that. If you're on my Facebook platform right there, and you see the promo right there, it has my picture, has Brian's picture, and it says YouTube and the whole 9 yards. And then you see the link there, which is highlighted in blue. And all you have to do is click onto that link, and it brings you directly live to us right here. So you can't miss it. And please, now that you know where we are, pass the word along to your family and friends. I'm trying to figure out, raise your hands, if you will, or type it in. Would you rather for us to go back on Facebook as our go-to platform? I like to call it the flagship platform. We do live, and then we post the rest of the stuff. And then, of course, we do live on Instagram as well. But what we were doing when we were on Facebook, we were live on Facebook, and then later on posted the reproduced show on YouTube. Now, there was a time when we were able to simultaneously do Facebook and YouTube live. But for some reason, I don't know, technology just throws you a curve every now and then. For some reason, for a while, it may happen, but then later on, the YouTube would cut off. So we'll only be live on Facebook. So we no longer tried that. I mean, we can try it again. Who knows? Maybe it improved themselves. I don't know, but we'll try it out and see what happens. But we're glad that you found us here, Mary. Thank you so much for joining us here. Stay with us for the whole hour if you possibly can, and that goes for the rest of you guys too. If you can stay with us for the entire hour. You may be at work right now, and if you're at work, maybe you're on your coffee break. And if you're on coffee break, well, then of course that's free time for you. But what I suggest to you, and I know normally when you take your coffee break, you pal around with your pallies on the job, which is good. That's bonding. You're bonding with your coworkers, your colleagues, and that's good. But today it's Friday, so all of you guys stay at your desk with your computer, watch the show, and enjoy your coffee. Take your coffee break there. What do you get? 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever that is. And when that coffee break is over, you don't have to move. All you have to do is just go back to work, watch the show at the same time, and do what they call multitasking. All right. I only ask you to do it on a Friday, and you can pal around with your friends and look at this. Look at it this way: it's Friday, and for some people on Fridays they do what they call the happy hour. Right? It only happen on Friday, the happy hour, and you have enough time to pal around with your pallies then. Okay, so spend the time with us right now and enjoy the show. All right, and you guys who are hanging around the water cooler, just get away from the water cooler and go to your desk and enjoy the show. We're so happy to have you guys along with us. Remember, all of the views and the opinions expressed on this show, the Coffee Hour, does not necessarily reflect the view or the opinions of the people of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Zoom, or any other social media outlet and broadcast facility. Okay, so with that being said, let's do this. Let's raise our cups, our glasses, and because what would the Coffee Hour be without a little coffee? So excuse me while I shoot up. It's nice and cold. You can see the frost on there, right? It's iced coffee today. You know, for the past few days, we've been having hot weather. It's been warm here in New York. It's kind of cooled down a little bit. It's no longer the heat wave, but it's kind of cooled down. But we had muggy nights and muggy days. And we're going to tell you about our weather forecast in just a few minutes. Mary says yes, yes. And I know what she means by that because I did ask the question, would you prefer us back on Facebook rather than YouTube? You know what? We're gonna do our best. We're gonna do that our best. After the weekend, when we get back to work, we're gonna hook up with Facebook and find out what the problem is. Maybe the problem is on their end. And I know it's not on our end. Maybe we can't do it on Zoom to YouTube anymore, or from Zoom to Facebook anymore. Let me explain something to you. We can do it. We can do it, but you will never see it. See, that's the whole thing. You won't see it because it doesn't even give us the opportunity or the ability to. They give you options whether you want the show private or to certain friends, or do you want it live publicly? Of course, we want it public because we want everyone around the world to check it out. Okay, and so when we get to that point, it doesn't allow us to do that. So I have to find out what that problem is. Mary, we're going to try to find it out. I know you guys, but it's nice of you to come join us here on YouTube as well, and you guys also on Instagram. And those of you who are out there on Instagram, I want to say hi to you on YouTube and Facebook. Just stay with us. Bear with us. Well, we have our problems. You know, technology has their problems. We're going to find it. We're going to get to the bottom of it and see what happens. I promise you, we'll get to the bottom of that. So we've got so many things happening on this day. And just in case you're just joining us, it's now 14 minutes past the hour, wherever you are. And we want to let you guys know that this show is global. We're coming from New York. We're live coming from New York. That's where we originate. That's where the show is coming. That's where we're based. But we're all around the world. We broadcast all around the world. So no matter where you are, as long as you're in an area where there's a lot of Wi-Fi, hot spots, and a lot of good clarity, except of course if you're in the desert when you don't have any towers or anything, have to have those towers to get transmission going. Other than that, we're all over the place. We're even in the Gulf of Mexico. If you go to the Gulf of Mexico, we're there. Oops. Was I supposed to say the Gulf of Mexico? I was supposed to say the Gulf of America. Gulf of Mexico. That's what it is. The Gulf of Mexico. No one dictates to anyone what to say, right? The Gulf of Mexico. You can find us in the Gulf of Mexico. And of course, you can find us anywhere you are. We're all around the world, all across the country, not only the United States, but we're in Brazil, which, by the way, I want to say to Brazil, we're so sorry. I wish personally there was something I could do. But now, as you already know, Brazil is going to be receiving the 50% tariff, which bothers me because that means the coffee industry is going to go up. It's if we weren't paying enough for coffee as it is now. And you know me, I love my coffee. And so now that Brazil is going to get their tariffs going up 50%, that's a lot of percent. That's insane. That's truly insane. I think tariffs are insane in the first place. But when you raise them that high, 50%, that's a little much. That's a little much. So that's what's happening with Brazil right now as we speak. And I'm sorry, Brazil, but I really wish there was something I can do. I really wish I do. And I'm not saying it selfishly just because I like coffee. And it's not only that, everything is going up too. Of course, when you go to your grocery store or your supermarket, you find everything is sky high. Price of eggs are going up, unless, of course, you have a Trader Joe's in your area, which for the time being, eggs are cheap over there. For the time being, all right? They didn't feel it just yet. For the time being, but you'll never know. And I wouldn't be surprised. So when they do go up, don't be surprised. We shouldn't be surprised about a lot of things that go on. Yes, it is. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF, the eagle flies. Do you know what that means? When they say the eagle flies, they say, well, that's the day where people get paid. Do people get paid anymore? The way things are going, they're taking everything from you. The government is shutting down organizations that are needed. So many things are happening. But we're right here. We're out here, and we're here to express our opinions. I mean, some of the mainstream media, they have their opinions, but they can only say but so much. Here, we can say anything we want, only in good taste, though. It is July, and by the way, we hope that you had a wonderful holiday weekend last week. We weren't on. If you were looking for us last week here on the Coffee Hour, we weren't here because we took the day off. It was the 4th of July. Of course, we needed a break too, so we took that break off, and we enjoyed it. So this is our first day back. This is our first show in the month of July. Our first show in the month of July. Here we are, July 11th, and the time is going fast. We just kicked out of June, and already we're at the 11th of July. And again, I hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend, a nice long weekend, 4th of July. I hope you got a chance to do the things that you wanted to do because there were so many things that you could do on the 4th of July. Mainly, a lot of people think, 4th of July fireworks, barbecue, outdoor picnics, and things like that. People think about those things. But don't forget, if you are celebrating these holidays, celebrate them and remember what they're really all about. Now, some people said, we're gonna scratch off the 4th of July because Juneteenth was the day. And I got to be honest with you. June for me, Juneteenth was the day. Juneteenth was the day. All right. I mean, I'll go along with 4th of July. We gotta determine what freedom is really all about. But Juneteenth was the day. Okay. for me and people who look like me, Juneteenth was that day. We already celebrated that, the 19th of June. That already happened already. So, but it's nothing wrong with throwing in the 4th of July as well. It's the birth of the country, but Juneteenth is something special, and that's what we celebrate. Okay, and this month, all month long, can't make this stuff up. Can't make this stuff up. It's National Ice Cream Month. I'm choking on that one. Let me just take another swig of this. I kid you not. It's National Ice Cream Month. And what is your favorite flavor? Does anybody have a favorite flavor ice cream? I mean, I have a lot of them, but there are some specials that I really really enjoy, like butter pecan. That's a good flavor for me. Uh, but you have a favorite flavor? Right? Some people say cherry vanilla. I like butter pecan. I like chocolate. Chocolate, you got to be very careful with chocolate. It makes you a little delirious. It has so much energy in there. There's a lot of energy, and I mean, you'll find yourself dancing on the tables, maybe even dancing on the ceiling with the song of the same name by Lionel Richie. And then there's raisin rum and all the whole 9 yards. Anyway, whatever your flavor is, I hope you get a chance to enjoy it. And all month long, we'll be talking about that. All month is celebrating. Also, it's National Hot Dog Month. Now, these two items go together, and you think about Coney Island, because Coney Island has the fireworks, and they have those on the 4th of July as well. And you think about ice cream and hot dogs, of course, that's Coney Island. So it's National Ice Cream Month, National Hot Dog Month, you know. And we also have National French Fry Day. Kim, that's today. It's National French Fry Day. So if you're going to go out and go to the nearest diner, have yourself a cheeseburger deluxe or something like that with a side of fries, this is a good time to do it. That doesn't mean because we're talking about it this day or this month, it doesn't mean that you have to have a special day for it. This is just a day that's put aside for just to remind you that I don't know who makes this stuff up, but and who ascertains what French Fry Day is, but it's today, the 11th of July. It's also National Blueberry Muffin Day. I don't have a muffin with me. I don't have my and by the way, blueberry muffins happen to be my favorite. That and banana nut, banana nut muffin. Two of my favorite kind of muffins. Corn muffins I like. They're okay too. Uh, that's almost like having cornbread. You know, and I love cornbread. Who loves cornbread? Love it. Anyway, so that's what we have here, and that's what's happened. We got ice cream and hot dogs for the month, and French fries and blueberry muffin, not to mix them together for today. All right, so that's what we're celebrating here. In case you're just joining us and wondering what all of this madness is all about, the madness is called the Coffee Hour, and this is where we sit each week and we get together and we have a little coffee and have a lot of fun. Now, those of you, by the way, who are out here and want to join us in conversation, we would love to have you aboard and join us in conversation. And but there's a catch to that, though. It's not something that has to be done, but it's something I always ask if you would like to do it. If you're going to join us in conversation, give us your weather forecast wherever you are, all right? Because you may be in a different city from I, and in a different time zone, and a different part of the world, and let us know what your weather is like. I just for the hell of it, I just like to compare notes on what the weather is like here to compare the weather where you are. Now, I've heard they had storms or potential storms coming out of North Carolina and the South Carolinas, flooding and all of that, which is another story. We'll talk about that a little later on. But we want you to give us your weather forecast. And if you don't want to indulge in conversation, that's okay too, just as long as you're out there and we see you when you come in, and we will not by the way, acknowledge you unless, of course, you say something. And the reason why we do that, because we respect you. We respect the people who want to watch the show. And when you pop up and I see you pop up on the screen, unless, of course, you say something, we won't say a word to you because we want to respect you. Because you may be one of the people that say, I don't want to get out there, be put out there. I just want to enjoy the show. And that's okay too. Who knows? Maybe down the road, you may say, okay, I got a little guts now, so I'll go out there and flex my muscles and talk in conversation. But for the rest of you guys who would like to join us in conversation, feel free. Give us your weather forecast. Mary and anyone else from the New York area, in the vicinity of New York City, Brooklyn, the whole 5 boroughs, anywhere around there, you don't have to do it because I'm going to take care of the local weather forecast. But the rest of you, I would love you guys to join us in that endeavor. Okay. All right. Now, so speaking of weather, we're going to talk about the weather right now. We've had some warm weather in the past few days, and the warm weather seems to yo-yo. It goes up, temperatures go up, temperatures go down. It gets cool, it gets hot. Sometimes really intensively hot, and you try to find a way to cool off. Okay. But right now, as we speak, here in New York City, we've got 80 degrees, outdoors. That's what we have right now, 80 degrees. And we're not looking for any rain this weekend. We've got clouds coming in and out, but we're not looking for any rain this weekend. So you can leave your umbrellas home, and this is for New Yorkers I'm talking to, because I don't want anyone to go astray and say, hey, something, you just told me it wasn't going to rain. I mean, in your area, I would know. In my area, New York City. So let me give you the weather forecast. And again, you guys who are in New York City, you don't have to give me your emojis of a cloud or a sun or anything like that to let me know what your weather is. I'm taking care of the weather right now. Hey, here's how it looks right now. It's Friday already, and today is going to be cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing. We'll have a stray shower or thunderstorm. That's possible. And we'll have a high around 84 degrees. And winds is going to be southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, you're going out on the town. You can leave the umbrella home. It's going to be partly cloudy skies this evening. Will become overcast overnight, but still no rain in the forecast. Areas of patchy fog, though, developing. That kind of scares you a little bit. Don't worry about it. We have a low around 73 degrees. Winds will be light and variable. For Saturday, which is, of course, my favorite day of the weekend. Saturday. I love Saturdays. Saturday is going to be cloudy skies early, followed by partial clearing. All right. So far, so good, right? We'll have a high around 85 degrees. Winds will be southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, you never miss one, right? It's going to be cloudy, and we'll have a low around 72 degrees. Still no rain in the forecast. Winds will be southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And so we come down to Sunday. Now, this is the day of rest. It's the Sabbath day. Oh, Saturday is Sabbath too. All right. Saturday is a Sabbath day. Sunday is a Sabbath day. And if all of you who are out there getting ready to go to church in the morning, all right, you can leave your umbrellas home. It's not going to be bad at all. Okay. Or if you're chicken, you could keep your umbrella in your bag. Because sometimes Mother Nature throws a curveball. We understand that. But according to this, it's going to be cloudy skies early and becoming partly cloudy later in the day. That's for Sunday. And we'll have a high 83 degrees. Winds will be southeast at 5, 10 miles per hour. And we repeat our current forecast, our temperature, current forecast temperature. We got 80 degrees presently, 80 degrees outdoors. And that's the way it's going to be for the time being. All right. So we don't have to worry about any rain. Okay. None at all. Okay. Anyway, Mary says that she likes Bing Cherry. Wow, that's funny you mentioned that, Mary. Vanilla and Bing Cherry ice cream. That's vanilla, cherry vanilla ice cream. And they do have the Bing cherries in there. That's true. All right. And that's Mary's favorite ice cream flavor. All right. And it's funny you mentioned Bing cherries because this is the cherry season too. You know, now just because I don't know if they sell, I never really knew because the cherry season is always in the summer. But I was wondering if I never really noticed or checked it out or never really bothered to even look into it. But if um, cherry season is in the summer, what about vanilla, cherry vanilla? Is that still available in the wintertime? I don't know. I guess if Bing cherries are not available in the wintertime, then I guess maybe not the cherry vanilla ice cream. I don't know. What do you think, Mary? I mean, you're a fan of that flavor. Can you get it in the wintertime? I never really noticed. It's very rare that I have vanilla ice cream because I mentioned it last week. Ice cream, to me, ice cream, you got something about ice cream, vanilla ice cream, that I just can't handle alone. I have to have something on it. I mean, even if it's putting chocolate, that chocolate mousse or whatever, or a mixed flavor of other ice creams, because vanilla ice cream is too bland. It's just too plain. I want to spice it up a bit. So cherry vanilla is good. Cherry vanilla is good. But I was wondering, Mary, you can help me out with it. Do you get it in the wintertime? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, thank you guys for joining us for this day. And we've got sports coming up. Brian Camp is not here with us. He's on hiatus. He will be back soon. We'll let you know more about that as he'll let us know. And when he does come back, he can handle his own home sports. But he's always nice enough to bring us sports and let us know what's happening in the sports world. So we really appreciate that. So we're going to get right to the wonderful world of sports. They say the wonderful world of sports. They used to say that. They say that anymore. The wonderful world of sports. Okay, let's see what's happening in sports right now. On this day, July 11th, back in 1914. Do you remember that year? Because I sure as hell don't. 1914, Babe Ruth makes his major league debut as a pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, and he earns a 4-3 win that same day. And back in 1968, Earl Weaver replaces Hank Bauer as manager of the Orioles. In 1985, Nolan Ryan was the first pitcher to strike out 4,000 hitters. And back in 1987, on this day, Cal Ripken becomes the first to manage two sons. His son Billy joins his older brother Cal Jr. And in 1989, President Ronald Reagan sportscast an all-star game. And a lot of people don't know. Besides being an actor, he was a sportscaster too. You didn't know that, right? And he did, back in 1989, he did a sportscast for the all-star game. Pretty nice. Birthdays on this day in sports. In 1953, Leon Spinks, heavyweight champ and Olympic gold medalist, was born in St. Louis, Missouri. In 1966, Rod Strickland, NBA and college coach, was born in the Bronx here in New York. In 1981, Andre Johnson, NFL wide receiver, was born in Miami, Florida, celebrating a birthday. And in other sports, Audra Wilson's night ended early in New York. The Las Vegas Aces superstar exit Tuesday's matchup against New York Liberty after she fell hard in the second quarter, with the Aces trailing 33-30 with 4:13 remaining in halftime. Wilson was fouled by the Liberty's Leonie Fibich while driving to the basket. Wilson was able to get back up on her feet and Then she made both free throws. She briefly remained in the game and snagged an additional rebound before Aces head coach Becky Hammond subbed her out at 2:22 remaining in the second quarter. Wilson was ruled out with a right wrist injury at halftime, and she returned to the bench in the third quarter with a brace on her right wrist. The Oklahoma City Thunder won their first NBA championship in June, and now the team will focus on running it back. The Thunder took a massive step toward that goal on Wednesday when it reportedly signed standout center Chet Holmgren to the 5-year max contract. Now, Holmgren averaged 15 points and 8 rebounds in 32 games with the team during the regular season, and he improved on those numbers during the team's playoff, and averaging 15.2 points and 8.7 rebounds in 23 postseason games. And he notched 7 double-doubles over that period. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner has been fired after 20 years with the team on Wednesday. Red Bull did not give reasons for Horner's firing, but thanked him in a statement, adding that the 51-year-old will forever remain an important part of the team history. The Edmonton Oilers acquired 21-year-old forward Isaac Howard from the Tampa Bay Lightning on Tuesday in exchange for forward Sam Riley, who was selected 32nd overall in the 2024 draft. Howard finished with 52 points in 31 games while helping Michigan State win the Big Ten regular season and conference tournament titles and earning the Hobie Baker Award as the NCAA top player. Now, the club also announced that Howard has agreed to a 3-year entry-level contract between 2025-26. Scott Frost celebrated return as a coach at USF comes with the backdrop of a failed tenure at Nebraska. The alma mater he said that he didn't want to talk about at the Big 12 football media days on Tuesday. And even though he did, Frost said, I really want to make it about USF just a few hours after telling a reporter from the Atlantic that he never wanted to take the Nebraska job in the first place off a 13-0 season in 2017 that sparked a debate about whether the Knights should give him a chance to play for the national championship in the 4-team playoff. And that's it in today's world of sports. That's what we have. We covered it. And we want to thank Brian Camp for supplying sports for us. Brian is on hiatus. And by the way, if you're looking for your favorite team, whatever it is, schedule it today or tomorrow, whatever the schedules are. Look at your local listings to find out where your team is playing and when they're playing, what time they're playing. All right? Particularly baseball. It's the baseball season. But there are other sports, and you can check it out. And you could also Google, to find out where your team is playing. And we look forward to that. So again, thank you, Brian, for supplying us with sports. And those of you who are just watching us, salute, Giandani. That means may you live 100 years. Okay. Thank you guys for being with us for this day. Now, Mary said yes. And I'm assuming, Mary, your yes is for the last question I ask you. Can you find cherry vanilla ice cream in the wintertime? She said yes. You can. All right. So I wonder where those cherries come from. Maybe they, I don't know, hide them and preserve them, freeze them. That's a thought. They come in the summertime, they freeze them at the factories, and when they manufacture the ice cream, they have the Bing cherries there. It makes a lot of sense. That's the most sensible thing I can think about right now. Cherry vanilla ice cream. That's good for you, Mary, because you can enjoy Bing cherry all year round, which I can't. And speaking of Bing cherries, just the other day, I have a fruit stand, where I live, just steps from my building where I live. Fresh fruit every day. The guy is out there every day. You know, bananas, vegetables, everything, and they're cheap. Now, so far, the vegetables are cheap, and depending on the season, sometimes it may go up a hair or two, like broccoli. Sometimes you can get it for $1 for a big bunch, and sometimes it's $1.50. Same thing with fruit, all kinds of fruits and vegetables. And I bought me a gang of Bing cherries. So I enjoyed some already, and I still have some at home in the refrigerator. So I'll enjoy some later on this evening, tonight, maybe while I'm watching the game, baseball game or the wrestling matches. It's all coming up. However, it will be the weekend. Guys, thank you so much for being along with us for this day. And on this day, in entertainment, we go to entertainment now. This is the part from entertainment we know about. Peter Russell Clark, one of the country's earliest TV cooking stars, has died. The Come and Get It host that was named the show Come and Get It host passed away last Thursday in Malbury, surrounded by loved ones and following complications of a stroke. His family confirmed the news in a statement over the weekend, and he was 89 years old. Jurassic World Rebirth opened on an earth-shaking $91.5 million at the domestic box office and $318.3 million globally last weekend. The sequel of the 2022 Jurassic World Dominion, fourth Jurassic film. That was the fourth Jurassic film, and the seventh in overall franchise that began with the 1990s Jurassic Park, dropped in media on its closest competition, Brad Pitt and Joseph Kosinski. Their F1, that's their movie, F1, which dropped over 50% from its 55.6 million domestic open for the 26 million second week taken. And a star-studded gay neighbor who live A-listers that like Angelina Jolie and Kristen Bell have homes that they receive unexpected visitors on Sunday, and a cop arrested him. Officers arrested an alleged trespasser in the Los Feliz. That's a neighborhood in LA east of Hollywood. The individual slipped through the gate and onto the street behind, and where Dex Shepard and Kristen Bell, they share their residence. They're a married couple and they share their residence over there. However, the two weren't home at the time, and security and neighbors called the police. And when they arrived, the suspect, who is known for trespassing, allegedly tried to run, but the cops caught him and arrested him. The alleged trespasser did not break into the homes, but more celebrities like Jolie and Brie Larson also live in the area. Pearl Jam member Matt Cameron has announced he will be leaving the band after 27 years as a drummer. Cameron became a member of Pearl Jam in 1998, following the breakup of his former music group, Soundgarden, back in 1997. Cameron is Pearl Jam's longest-serving drummer and was inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017. Pearl Jam's remaining members, Eddie Vedder, Stone Gossett, and Mike McCreary, and Jeff Ament, they also received and released a statement thanking Cameron for his commitment to the band for over 2 decades or 3 decades. Well, well, well. Inside Edition fans dreading the departure of longtime anchor Deborah Norville will likely recognize their new replacement. Eva Pilgrim will be taking over the host as the syndicated CBS magazine show. The network announced on Monday. Pilgrim joined ABC News in 2016 and has served as co anchor on GMA3 and an afternoon spinoff on ABC's popular national morning show, Good Morning America, since 2023, alongside DeMarco Morgan. The ABC News correspondent's reporting has also been featured on 2020 Good Morning America, Nightline, and World News Tonight with David Muir. Birthdays today. Rapper Little Kim is 50 years old today. Actress Lisa Rinna is 62. Singer Suzanne Vega is 66. Disco singer Peter Brown is 72. The late Bonnie Pointer of the Pointer Sisters, she would have been 75 years old today. TV host Bill Boggs is 81. Fashion designer Gio Armani is 91. Actor, the late Tab Hunter would have been 94. Comedian Pat Cooper would have been 96. And actor Yul Brynner would have been 105. So happy birthday to all of them. And the ones who are living today, we say happy birthday to all of you. And the ones who are no longer with us, we remember you. You left us a legacy, and we continue to remember you on your birthday, and happy birthday to you as well. Those of you who are celebrating a birthday, you have one coming up, well, you can get in touch with us and let us know about it, because we'll be able to broadcast it right here. We'll say happy birthday to you. We may even buy you a cake or maybe some iced coffee. Nevertheless, you can get in contact with me. I have an email address and a telephone number that I would like to relay to you, and I want you to take it down. And we're going to start with the email address first. Okay, how's that? The email address is Frank Allan Prod. Allan is spelled Allan. Why do I make a big deal about that? Because you could spell Allan different ways. Allen, Allan, Allyn, Alin. And if you decide that you're going to spell it differently from what I gave you, then of course you're not going to get through to anyone, unless of course it's that person that happens to share that same name. So if you want to get in touch with me, spell it right. Spell it my way. The address is Frank Allan Prod, Allan. Prod is Prod. That's short for Productions. Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. That's Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. Now, the telephone number, if you so desire, 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. You can contact us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, right? You can do that. And you can leave a message with us. And if you've done something like that, we're gonna return that, because you took the time to contact us, and we're gonna return the favor by contacting you back. Okay. And you don't have to have a birthday to contact us, by the way. You can contact us for any reason. Maybe you have another celebration coming up other than a birthday. Maybe you have a family outing, or maybe there's something going on in your community you would like us to relay to you. You can come on the show, type it in, and we'll see it. We could broadcast it right here, or you can just do it this way, send us the information, and we'll say it, put it out there so everyone can enjoy it. And you can also contact us about this show. You can contact us and say, well, I just want to say hi. You're not wasting our time. You want to say hi? We love hearing from you. If you want to contact us and say, the guy that's doing the show right now, we want him out of here. I can't promise you that. I'll do my best. And I'll hand it over to you. Anyway, for any reason you want to get in contact with us, we would love to hear from you. And again, you can do it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. And leave a message if you call or you email us and we email you back. All right. Because we want you to be part of us. Okay. So let me give you that email address. The email address is frankallenprod@aol.com. That's frankallenprod@aol.com. The telephone number is 641. Right? Did I do that right? Yeah, there it is. Sometimes I have to gaze at it. 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. We would love to hear from you. Now, those of you who are watching us on right here on, well, of course, our go-to place is YouTube. I want you to get acquainted with the YouTube channel. And those of you who are watching us other places like Facebook or Instagram, also get in touch with our YouTube channel. Get acquainted with us. All right. And come online and subscribe to us. We would love that. Because when you subscribe to us, that lets us know that you're out there. We check up all of the people who subscribe to us. We want to see how many people are actually following us or want to follow us, right? So we take that in consideration, and then we know that you're out there and you're part of us. And not only will you will also have the benefit of knowing whenever we come on the air, right? You get an instant notification. Now, sometimes you may be online and you may be preoccupied with something online, the show comes on the air, but an instant notification pops up. It reminds you he's on the air. Click onto that instant notification, brings you right there, brings you right to us. And of course, you could, see something. There are other activities that may be going on other than us coming on the air. There may be other activities, like maybe we post a video or another still photo or anything, something like that. Just lets us know. So please, and by the way, it's all free. You don't have to send us any money. We never ask any money. We don't need any money. Of course, everyone needs money, but we don't want your money. We just want you part of us. So subscribe. Just go over where it says subscribe. Just drag your mouse over, and you can see it right there. It's in black border, white print. Click onto it. Drag your mouse over there and click onto it, and that's it. Don't send anything, but tell your friends about it and have them to do the same thing. Just go to the YouTube channel and click on. Mary mentioned something about she liked the idea of us being on Facebook as well. And I'm taking everything in consideration. And trust me, guys, I'm doing the very best I can. Because quite frankly, I would like to get back to the Facebook community. And we'll still have the community of the people on YouTube as well. But we want to go back there because everybody's there. And some people just stay there. They don't want to make a move anywhere. And so I'm going to do my best, Mary. I'm going to try very hard. We're going to find out. We're going to get to the bottom of this. I can promise you that. And if we can't do it, then we're going to find other ways that we can get back on Facebook. Because, with all of what we do on Zoom, it allows us to do what we do. Not only that, it allows us to have guests right here, as you could see them. They'd be on camera, you see? And you can't do that alone with just Facebook, and we need we need to have that security of us getting people. That's how we get Brian on the air. Right through Zoom. That's how you see him, right through Zoom. So, but we're going to try our best. We're going to really try our best to get that going for you. I want to say, just mention, and I mentioned it last night on the show, Talk Back Live. I just want to mention, and all of you heard it by now, the big disasters that we had not in California, in Texas. As a matter of fact, it's in Kerrville, Texas. I pronounced that right. Kerrville, Texas, in the Kerrville County. You heard about it all week long. It was on TV, and they're still talking about it, the big flooding, the storms that they have, because here we are right now. we're in a time where we're into the storms coming in, hurricane season, tornado season. It's all here, and it's starting to show. It happened in Chicago as well, and a couple of other cities, but the big disaster happened in Texas. And I saw the images, and they were devastating. I saw one image where the house was ripped off the foundation. The house stayed in place. The house itself, the structure stayed in place, but it was lifted off the foundation and it was floating on the water. And I just hope no one was in that house at the time, but it was floating on the water. I saw it. It was devastating to see that. And a lot of that's going to happen. The only difference now, it's a little more difficult because with all of the cuts that are taking place right now with FEMA and USAID, which is terribly needed for disaster areas, because those are the people who help out with food and clothing. People who lost their homes, they help out with that. And of course, the felon, FOTUS, that's called FOTUS, felon of the United States, decides to come up with these terrorists, as he did for the 50% terrorists with Brazil and all of these things they're cutting. And where is that money going? It's not going in my pockets. I didn't ask for a dime. Because I'm not a billionaire. That's why it's not going to come to me. And possibly if you're watching and you're a billionaire, maybe you'll get that tax break that he's looking for. And guess who's paying for that? I'm paying for it. Mary and everybody who's watching us are paying for it. Okay. And the last time I looked back, it's probably higher now, but I didn't check it before I went on the air today. It was 120 people who were found, 120 people, 120 deaths, and 173 still missing. It's probably up by now. And they're still looking for those people. So yes, we do. We have a lot of things happening with the hurricane season and everything. And so prayers going out, and they're going to need more than prayers, by the way. People are saying, I'm getting tired of this. Prayers is not the only, we need more. They need the prayers, but they need the actual help, like FEMA, USAID, and all of those things that are needed to get back in action. And they're going to also need NOAA radio, because a lot of things could be avoided. All of this stuff could be avoided if they know ahead of time. What do they want to do? It's a government thing. They want to save the money. So they want to do something with NOAA radio. That's very important. NOAA radio is very important. Okay. I've said it, and I'm glad. Okay. Movies. I only have one this week. And I always go on Turner Classic Movies for those of you who like to watch movies, classic movies. And of course, so we like to bring them to you each week. We do. And maybe you are one of the ones that like to take the time out to enjoy your weekend, but catch up on some old movies. So I have this one movie I wanted to give to you. Now, this goes back to 1958. It's a comedy. I love it. Starring Andy Griffith, Myron McCormick, and Nick Adams. It's called No Time for Sergeant. It's a comedy. You can see it on Turner Classic Movies on Sunday at 6 a.m. I don't know if I can wake up that early. Okay, I get it. So, DVR it. Watch it at your own time convenience. See, technology has gotten better to all of us. If you can't do it in real time, record it and watch it later. Or maybe when you come back from church, but it is on Sunday at 6 a.m. Turner Classic Movies. And when you go online on demand, there are a lot of great free movies and pay-per-view movies and sporting events, children's programs, documentaries, a whole 9 yards are right there. All right. And of course, you have all of your major streaming platforms that you could use. So I just figure I'd give you this. So again, check it out. It's called No Time for Sergeants, 1958. Andy Griffith, Myron Cormick, and Nick Adams. Turner Classic Movies. That's this Sunday at 6 a.m. Eastern. Let me know how you like it. It's a good program. Okay. That's going to wrap it up for me, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys for being along with us. Mary, thank you so much for being along with us as usual. Keep telling your friends about us. And those of you who have just joined in, it's the coffee hour. We're here every Friday at this time between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Eastern. All right. And we'll be back on next Thursday for Talk Back Live with sports. And I hope that you will be here too. But then again, you can meet us back here again on next Friday at 10 a.m. for more of the coffee hour. And we'll catch you then. Okay, in the meantime, have yourself a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you soon. Take care of yourself.
You've been watching The Coffee Hour with your host Frank Allan. The producer has been Al Dale. Technical assistant Dave Taylor. Research by Sandy Pierce. And I'm your announcer Donna Stenke. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on The Coffee Hour.